And then last but not least, there's plenty of people that are willing to sacrifice their life to become Jewish. Either because they have, heritage of the Anusim, people that were forced to convert out of Judaism several generations ago, a few hundred years ago even, and they found out, hey, I'm connected to Am Yisrael and I want to be back, so I have to convert. Or people that just discovered that Christianity is complete nonsense and fake, Islam is heresy and fake and nonsense, and the only real religion, the only real divine truth is the Torah. They want to join it, and they want to do everything for it. Sacrifice their life, get divorced, change houses, change cars, change this, change everything. It doesn't matter to them. Why? Because they discovered the truth. Once you discover the truth, you can't go back. You can't go back to, oh, no, it's okay, I'm going to stay this way. You can't undo it. They're willing to give everything for it. Help them. Help them any way you can help them. Bring them to the community, show them around. Bring them for Shabbat. Say, listen, you're a brand new Jew. You're in the process of your conversion. Let me show you the beauty of Judaism. Let me introduce you to this, to that. Make them welcome. And this brings us to a very big difficulty in our generation, because on one end, the Gemara in Masechet Avodah Zarah, page 4, says that at the end of times, we're going to have an enormous amount of converts. A lot of people are going to want to convert to Judaism. But the reality we have today is that most Bet Dins, most of the Batei Din, are not following the halacha of how to convert people like it used to be, like it's written in the Shulchan Aruch. In the Shulchan Aruch, the third halacha of conversion, it says, if someone comes to the Bet Din, a non-Jew comes to the Bet Din, he says, listen, I want to convert, I want to be a Jew. They say, listen, but we're a persecuted nation, everybody's beating us up, killing us. On top of that, in the past you were able to drive on Shabbat, now you drive on Shabbat, it's going to be the worst possible death, skila, which is stoning. I don't even want to describe what stoning is. People think it's just a few people throwing rocks at somebody. No, it's a much, much more vicious death than that. It's a horrible, horrible situation. On top of that, you were able to eat whatever you want. Now you're not going to be able to eat what you want. Being a Jew is not, it's a big deal. It's not like, you can undo it. Once you become a Jew, there's no turning back. A Jew can never convert to a different religion. He convert 500 times to Christianity, he's still a Jew. Meaning he'll be punished or rewarded as a Jew. But once you become a Jew, you can't undo it. Just tell him, listen, you can't undo all these things. If he says, this is in the Shulchan Aruch, if he says, yes, that's the nation, the persecuted nation, that one, that's the one I want to be in. According to Shulchan Aruch, they convert him on the spot. No teaching, no seminars, no, listen, you need to learn this, you need to learn that. Nothing, not even Brit Milah. That they do after. Some cases they say they do it within 30 days, some cases they do it right before. But nonetheless, the point is that they convert him on the spot, meaning he starts and finishes his conversion within that time frame. There's a machloket of when the Brit Milah happens, whether it's right there and then they convert him, or they do within 30 days. Either way, the point is, it happens right there. There's no 4-year wait, or you have to come to my shiurim, or you have to send 500 emails, or you have to beg the Bet Din, or you have to be like one of my other new students from Arizona tells me, listen, my friend wants to convert, and he went to some rabbi, and the rabbi said, listen, you want to convert? It's $11,000. It's $11,000, I convert you right away. And then I told him about you, and I showed him the list. There's a list of rabbis that are recognized rabbis. Meaning not every rabbi can convert a person. You can, according to halakha, technically just 3 Jews. Any 3 Jews can convert anyone. But that's not the way we work anymore. Why? Because there's a lot of fake converts, unfortunately. There's a lot of people that converted for marriage or for money or for different reasons that are not the right reason. So and also there's a lot of rabbis that have turned it into a business, where they just convert people purely for money. Like this guy charging $11,000, $12,000 for converts. There's another place told me they charge for each person $10,000, and another place $25,000. Pretty much, you want to convert, you want to become a millionaire, convert people for a year, you're a millionaire.
And that's in the States, right?
It's in the States, it's in Israel, it's in different places. You want to be a millionaire, convert people. Because people want to be Jewish and they're willing to do whatever they want. Listen, I'll sell my house to convert. That's what people tell me. I'll sell my house to convert. I have a choice. I know the truth now. I know the truth now. What am I going to say? No, I'm not gonna live the truth because I need my money. I don't care about my money anymore. So I tell them, listen, there's a list of rabbis that are accepted, that are recognized by the Beis Din of Israel. Why is this important? Because if someone converts with a rabbi that's not on the list, and then they want to do aliyah, they want to go to Israel, want to move to Israel, they want to go to a kollel, they want to join the army, they want to just live there. They go over there, like, hey, I'm Jewish. Like, okay, let me see your certificate, your conversion certificate. Let me see, they compare it to the list. Oh, he's not on the list, you're not Jewish.
Wow.
You're not Jewish, sorry. Now, some people are not going to check. Because they say, listen, I already have money. I don't need the government to help me do aliyah. So I don't need their assistance, I don't need the rabbis to recognize me. What do I care if they recognize me, don't recognize me? I know Hashem recognizes me. Right? I want to be a hero. Hashem recognizes me, that's enough. Here's the problem. Okay, for you it's enough. But you have kids though, right? You have kids. The kids are going to grow up. They're not going to live inside the mother's womb forever. One day they're going to go outside. They're going to get married. The little boy is going to be a big boy one day. He wants to get married. He has a girlfriend. Abba, look, I went to yeshiva, I did this, I did that, I want to get married. Look, this is my girlfriend, this is that. Shidduch, everything is good. Okay. Oh, sir, you are a convert? Okay, we have to, it's part of the background check to make sure that our daughter is going to marry a Jew. We want to see your certificate of your conversion. They look at the certificate, they're like, oh, it's not on the list. You're not Jewish. Shema Hashem. Our daughter is going with a non-Jew. The yeshiva boy is not Jewish. That's what we're going to tell you. Shegitz. Make a whole embarrassment of it. And what happens? Your son's going to hate you forever. Not just in this world. Forever. After it also he's going to hate you. For the embarrassment you caused them. Why? Because you want to be a hero. You want to just pick your own rabbi. This is what people need to understand. Listen, there's a system. I know it sucks. I know it's annoying. I know it's a heartache. I know it's a headache. But it's a system, and that's what we have to work with. We work with what we have. Now, Baruch Hashem, there's enough rabbis that don't charge an arm and a leg for conversion. There's enough rabbis that charge a decent amount of money where they can make a living, but at the same token, not bankrupt everyone. There's a decent amount of rabbis that are righteous people that are going to help you convert for the right reasons. But you have to understand, in order for you to truly convert, it's all about siyata dishmaya. It's all about help from Hashem. If you're planning on being a fake Jew, Hashem is going to send you to the fake rabbi. You're a good match. He's fake, you're fake. Perfect, get married maybe. Play poker together on Shabbat. I'm not coming anymore, I keep Shabbat. But if you're planning to be a righteous Jew, yes, he may take you on a big test. Maybe even as big of a test as this avrech that has a girl with ripped clothes. But eventually you're going to get to the promised land. Eventually you're going to call yourself, I'm one of the chosen. Is there anything better in this world than that? No. Am Yisrael was slaves for 210 years. They were in Egypt, 86 years of hard slavery. You want to join the chosen people just because you have a couple of $1,000 to pay a rabbi? You think it's going to be that easy? Because you like Shabbat, you want to take vacation once a week. Obviously it's going to take some heartache. Obviously it's going to take some headache. Obviously it's going to be difficult. But then you call yourself part of the chosen people. So yes, there are issues, there are problems. And unfortunately, a lot of the problems are created by our own. Where there's so much politics in it that sometimes it creates chilul Hashem, where the rabbis that are supposed to be righteous are more wicked than the rabbis that we know are wicked. You see rabbis that convert people, and one person is tzaddik. I'll give you a real story of one guy going through conversion for 10 years. 10 years. Already 10 years ago, he was probably more righteous than most people. He probably knew more Torah 10 years ago than most people. 10 years he's going through conversion. His children, a couple of his children that were born throughout the process, they don't know they're not Jewish. The wife works in a mikveh, but they won't let her dip in. 10 years they're going through conversion. And even at the end of the 10 years conversion and everything else, Baruch Hashem, it's happening as we speak, they're still giving them problems. Yes, you can do it, but you have to leave the house, you have to leave your wife and kids for 3 months. Why? Let them get married the same day. That's it. Why are you getting, it's driving the guy crazy? You know he's married. It's not a rumor. It's not a... People are making things more difficult than they need to be. If you really cared about halakha, you would have converted them 9 years ago. Now all of a sudden you start caring. I have another guy. This is also, Baruch Hashem, this is, before they come to me, they go to this hell. Another guy, when he found out the truth, he left Christianity. Then he realized, okay, I have to learn what Hashem said. Where is Hashem? Where did Hashem write? What book did Hashem write? Torah. So he starts learning Torah. He gets to Avraham Avinu. He finds out, oh, Avraham Avinu had Brit Milah. I didn't have Brit Milah. So he goes to the doctor and he says, I want to have Brit Milah. Doctor says, this is not covered by your insurance. It's going to cost $15,000. He says, I had $15. But that's what Hashem wants. He goes home, he gives himself Brit Milah. He goes home, and he gives himself Brit Milah. Show me one Jew, natural born Jew, that's going to give himself Brit Milah. Me thinking about it, I'm already in pain. Found out the truth, gave himself Brit Milah, like Avraham Avinu.
Only Avraham Avinu.
Him, he goes to the Beis Din. He goes to the Beis Din, they're like, oh, listen. He learns Torah 24 hours a day. He knows halachot, he knows sugiyot, he knows an immense amount of Torah. Goes to the Beis Din, like, yeah, you have to continue coming to classes. Well, let's see, maybe another year or two. What year or two? Convert the guy on the spot. What year or two? He already knows more Torah than the entire kollel. What year or two? But then, another woman who doesn't know anything. Nothing. She knows absolutely nothing. The day before her conversion, for the first time in her life, she found out there's something called muktzeh on Shabbat. You know, you're not allowed to touch a phone even. Not only not allowed to turn on a phone, not to touch a phone on Shabbat. Why? Because if you touch a phone, it's more likely that you'll turn it on and violate Shabbat. You're not allowed to touch a pen. Not because you're really not allowed to touch a pen, because if you touch the pen, maybe you'll pick it up and write. So a certain thing called muktzeh, it's laws of Shabbat, which is basic level Judaism. It's like in the beginning we learn about the halachot of Shabbat. This is what we learn. Modesty, non-existent to her. She never even heard that modesty is a requirement in Judaism. Nothing. She knows nothing. She goes to the Beis Din because she knows somebody from the Keilah. They convert her on the spot. Explain that to me. If that's not Reshaim, what is?